Hey, Jacob here from ABC Window Supply. In this video, we're going to talk about the most important factors in deciding which pure water system is right for you and your business. Let's dive in. First of all, why do we need pure water at all? Have you ever rinsed your car off and then just let it air dry? What'll happen is you'll be left with spots all over your car because the particles that were dissolved in the water, known as TDS, are going to be left behind when the water evaporates. Same thing with pure water window cleaning. If you just use tap water, you can go ahead and rinse all day long, but when it dries, you're going to have those spots. Your pure water system is going to take all of the TDS, the total dissolved solids, out of that water, so it will be completely pure, and when it dries, it's going to leave those windows spot-free. Now, the first important thing for you to consider is between the two types of systems out there. There is DI only and high-efficiency multifiltration, which we'll just call multi-filter for short. These two systems work very differently from each other, but it's important to keep in mind that either one is going to get you to pure water that you need to do pure water window cleaning. Now, your DI-only systems come in all shapes and sizes, from the tanks that you rent locally, to tubes like the ABC Photon, to systems that you put replaceable bags into, like the Unger Hydropower, and everything in between. Multi-filter systems, on the other hand, use several different types of filters. So it's not just that they have more than one filter, but it's that they have more than one type of filter. They're first going to have a carbon sediment filter. The carbon sediment filter is for taking chlorine out of the water. The reason you want to do that is because the next filter, the RO membrane, is damaged easily by chlorine. The RO filter is the workhorse of the system. It's the one that is taking out most of the dissolved solids in the water, and it is what makes the multi-filter systems higher efficiency. So your RO filter is going to be taking out anywhere from 85 to 95% of the dissolved solids that were in the tap water. From there, you're going to have a DI filter. Just like in the DI only system, the DI filter is going to polish off that remaining 5 to 15% of TDS that the RO missed. The next factor that you're going to want to consider is how portable the system is. There are very small systems, such as the Unger Hydropower, that are easily picked up and transported in any vehicle. There are other systems, such as the multi-filters, which are generally larger. In that case, you'll want to consider the overall dimensions of the system and just make sure that it'll fit in your vehicle. Most of them fit just fine in work vans or trucks, but if you're using a smaller vehicle, you'll want to double check that before making a decision. Also, when you get into the heavier systems, you'll see that most of them are on frames with wheels so that they're easier to transport. Consider getting one like that if you're going to be moving it around a lot, or you want to get one of the larger systems. The next factor for you to consider is upgradeability, meaning can your system be upgraded in the future if you need? A lot of people, when they're first starting out, would like to purchase one of the less expensive starter systems. But if in the future you decide you need more flow or you want the higher efficiency, then you'll decide, hey, I'm going to buy this bigger, more expensive system, and you won't have a use for the first one that you got anymore. But if you get a system that is upgradable, you can start with the lower end system, and then when you decide you're ready for it, instead of replacing that system, you can just add components onto it. Now, there are a variety of systems out there that allow for upgrade options, including our SG series, our NXT series, and the IPC HydroCart. Now, the next most important factor for you to consider is whether or not to get a system with a pump. A pump will allow you to reach higher windows, work faster, and overcome job sites where the pressure coming out of the tap isn't very good. A pump is optional, and you can always add one on later to virtually any system, though the upgradable systems that I mentioned in the last point have easy ways to attach the pump right onto the frame of the system itself. To learn more about whether a pump's right for you, check out the video referenced above. You have 3 basic setups that you can choose when you're just starting out. Number 1 is a DI-only system, and it definitely has some pros and cons. On the pro side, DI systems are very easy to learn, and they'll definitely get you to that pure water that you need, and they are not very restrictive on flow, so you're generally able to reach high windows even without a pump with the DI-only system. On the con side, they're far more expensive to operate than the multi-filter systems. Depending on the exact systems you choose and the TDS in your area, it can be anywhere from 10 to 25 times more expensive per gallon with the DI system. The next type of system is a multi-filter system. They're great compared to DI because they cost far less to operate, so they very quickly pay for themselves and you start saving money right away. On the downside, the RO membrane does restrict flow more than DI, so it will limit you more in how high of windows you can reach just on tap pressure. Your last option is a multi-filter system with a pump. The pump is going to overcome that restriction in how high you can go, allowing you to reach those really high 6- and 7-story windows, and you'll still get all of the benefits of multi-filter in terms of how much less it costs to operate than a DI-only system. Those are the most important factors that you should consider when you're deciding what type of pure water system makes the most sense for you and your business. For a more detailed discussion and more information, please check out the post above. It's going to give you all the details about your different options for systems, as well as help you calculate how much it will actually cost you in your area to produce pure water with each type of system. If you thought this video was valuable, consider subscribing, and you can check out more videos from us about all sorts of window cleaning topics. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.